you're all well today. It has been a rainy day today, and I thought, what a good day to get some baking or cooking or something done today in the kitchen. So we've got Friendship Friday coming up. We also have Cinco de Mayo. So my brain got to thinking, what if I could try to make empanadas? I have such a sweet tooth, and I happen to have some homemade cajeta. So let's give this a try. My name is Angela, and I'm the Inquisitive Farmwife. And if you're new here, welcome to the channel. I'm so excited you're in the kitchen with me today. You never really know what I'm going to be up to. I like to do lots of food preservation, from scratch cooking. Occasionally I get to do some gardening cooking, and of course I help my husband on the farm. So come along for my journey. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you do. This is content you enjoy. Give it a thumbs up and share it out. All right, on to the experimental empanadas. Okay, so we're totally making this up on the fly. I mean, I took a piece of mail and scribbled up what I thought might make a good recipe. So let's hope this is good so we can later find it on my blog. I'm going to start out with 2 cups of flour. I just want to make a small batch because if it's not any good, then, you know, we may not want to repeat it. This is just all-purpose flour. And normally I would say go ahead and add a little bit of salt to this, but we're going to be using salted butter. So I think I will skip that part. This has been sitting out at room temperature, so we can kind of just put this into smaller pieces, and I'm hoping that the mixer will do all the work for us. I contemplated on whether or not I wanted to treat it like more like a pie crust and do this in the, you know, with the hand pastry blender, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use this today. We're going to add a 1/2 cup of starter, and then I'm going to use a small egg. This happens to be a guinea egg. If you're not for sure what guineas are, it's just another kind of bird. It's a type of poultry, and see, it's just a smaller egg. And I also used to have bantam, which is like a miniature chickens. I like to use those for these kind of recipes too, where you're just making a small amount. They work perfect. So what I'm gonna do now is lock this in and just see if we can't bring it together. I'm just going to kind of pulse it. And I can see it's definitely dry. I think we're going to add at least a 1/2 cup of water to this. But I'm just going to do a little at a time because we just want the dough to kind of come together. Are you guys able to see that? I think it's just about perfect. It's not like a bread dough. Oop. If I haven't put too much in here, you know, I can, I may have, but we can fix this and add a little bit of flour if I think I need to. Which I don't think I'm going to, because I think I'll add flour when we go to roll this out. Let's check it again. It's definitely sticky. I don't know if I can roll this out or not. Yep, we didn't need maybe more like 1/4 cup. So what I'm going to do is add maybe 1/4 cup of flour in here. See what this does. I don't want to overwork the dough. It's not like we need to build gluten or anything. I think we're there. I think it's time to stop and maybe do the rest by hand. So far, this is looking promising. I'm very tempted to add like cinnamon or something to this. I think we might. Okay, so here is our dough, and what a lovely dough it is. And I want to add just a sprinkle, maybe like a teaspoon's worth of cinnamon. How about a half a teaspoon? Let's stop there. This is cinnamon that I buy in bulk, and it's just in a reusable container. And I'm just going to kind of fold this in to make sure I have a nice even dough, and it's kind of at the consistency where I want it to be. And it is. Perfect. I think this is going to be a good dough to work with. All right. Looking even more promising, friends. I'm going to stop. Let her set. Okay. There are several ways I could go about doing this. I could divide the dough and make my own circles. I wish I had a tortilla press. Normally, I think I would probably divide this up into, I don't know, 12 pieces of dough or something, because it's very pliable and flexible, and I could shape it into a circle. But I think I'm going to try this because I want to make sure I get it nice and thin. So what I'm going to do is, hopefully without adding a bunch of flour, I'm going to roll this out pretty thin. Like you were making a tortilla. So what would that be? Like 1/8 of an inch? I don't know. I have a donut cutter, and what I'm doing is I'm going to pull this up so that the hole doesn't cut, and it just is the circle. And what we're probably going to end up having is mini empanadas. It's a very pliable dough. Let's try making our own circle with the scraps. See which way we like better. Well, it's not as circular when I do it myself. But I think it works just as good. Now, if you have one of those cute little presses so you can flip them over, I'm sure they come as a kit, and they probably come with a special cutter and everything. I just don't happen to have one of those. I think before I get any more carried away with this, I should probably turn the oil on. I'm going to put some oil in a pan on the stove. So if you don't even want to take the time to roll it, just use the heel, the palm of your hand. And you can spread this out, make your circle that way. I've got another one of these guinea eggs we're going to use. Typically you add just the yolk, but guinea eggs are mostly yolk anyway, and it's small, so I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to whisk that up a little bit. I'm going to add all my caramel sauce. I kind of forgot that it was the pourable kind. I did this so I'd have it to put in my coffee. So we're just going to thicken it up by adding, tablespoon or so of cornstarch. And I'm just going to whisk this all together. Ideally, I would have had a thick caramel sauce, or not really even a caramel sauce, like caramel. And that's what you'd normally want. And this thin stuff could be slathered over the top. So I'm just going to mix this up. I made it too thick. And then I added another jar of cajeta to it. I'm a little embarrassed of it that I did that, but I cooked it too long. Cooked it to thicken it. So, okay, it is what it is, right? I need to be real with y'all because that's just how I do things. So I'm going to put a tablespoon in here, and now it's not thick enough, I don't believe, in my opinion, but what I want to do is pinch this, and I'm going to put it in a crescent shape. I'm trying to make it so it doesn't run out the edges. I just want to pinch it really well around there. And then I'm just going to kind of let it curl back on itself to make a pretty design. You can also pinch this with your fork. And now we have one uncooked empanada. And see, look, I've let that sneak out there. Don't want that happening. When we fry this, we want to make sure we've got it sealed really well. Otherwise, it'll go all over. Let's try another one. See if we can do better this time. I'm sure you're all looking at the screen going, do this, do that. Oh no, you're putting too much filling in there. Yeah, you're probably right. So let's see if we can't. There we go. And I just want to go around and pinch it. Pinch, 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 pinch. Try to make it all one dough again. And then curl. I'm going to curl that one again because I want to make sure I don't. There, that one looks much better. Ta-da! And next, we need to get a cinnamon sugar mixture ready. So I'm just going to start with, well, that's probably close to a cup. There we go. There's probably a cup. And then I'm going to put, let's see, let's do a tablespoon of cinnamon. There's 1.5 teaspoons and another 1.5 teaspoons. That makes a tablespoon. And what we want to do is after we fry these, while they're still wet from the grease, I want to roll them in this cinnamon sugar. Okay, this should be ready. Okay, all right. See if we can't put a few of these in here. Oh yeah. And I don't think it'll take more than a minute or two. Oh, yep, about 30 seconds is all. Oops. Then I'm going to dip the cinnamon sugar on them while they're hot. Whew, got a little hot. The oil was, I had to work fast, but looky there. Cajeta Empanadas. I'm so excited. Let's do a little taste test. Ooh, I think that's gonna be a little too hot to eat. I don't know. The caramel sauce in the middle. Ooh. Mmm. Mmm. Yes. Do this. Use pie filling, use caramel sauce, use chocolate, anything, but you must do it. Okay, you don't have to, but I think you should. Thanks so much for coming along with me as we played around in the kitchen. See you next time, friends. Bye for now.